Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to Mindshift Mondays. All right, we about to get into a new rhythm. Uh, Let me make sure. I'm sure y'all can hear me. If for any reason you are joining after this has been recorded and you see this somewhere on the platform, whether it's Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you see this at, on leadingwhilelearning.org, because everything is going to leadingwhilelearning.org, I swear. All right. But that's a future reference. All right. Today is Mindshift Mondays. I hope y'all had a phenomenal time. Just in case you're wondering, I got some music playing in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make sure I got everything set up for y'all, which I do. I'm really just now getting a chance to make sure all studio stuff is set up. I'm not trying to make this professional. If you want a professional video, go to leadingwhilelearning.org. All right. True, real talk. All right. But when you see me on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, streaming live like this, or any type of content that I'm putting out, the reason why is because I'm just being myself, and I'm also making sure that the people who want to be aware of the shifts that are happening as we navigate this time on this earth as human beings, all right, with living plasma and cells in our bodies. Shout out to your plasma. Shout out to your telomeres. If you don't know what a telomere is, hold on, let me put this down here for y'all, all right? And while I do this, y'all listen to this, all right? Because we making changes, all right? This is an old song, too. I recorded this like in 2016, 2015, something like that. 2017, I don't know. Y'all tell me. And as always, do your own research, okay? Do your own research. All right. I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Like I said, if you want to replay, stay with me. We about to get busy. The last time we were on here, we talked about the owl animal totem. It's been a minute. That was like many moons ago. We just came out of the overtone peacock moon. All right, we're dealing with the cosmic stuff. We're dealing with the things that reflect in our reality that we're unaware of, the things that are unseen, but that we deal with every day. All right, and I'm here to help you integrate that into your life. Not only integrate it, but just see it and keep going. Like, what's not for you, you can just leave it and keep going. All right. So, with that being said, I'm not going to go too far into everything, but I did want to bring some things to our view. Today is the last day of the overtone moon. All right. The overtone peacock moon at that. And you know me, we're going to get into it. And what are we going to get into? Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. Peacock animal totem. And y'all can look this up yourself because, as always, do your own research. Okay? All right. Not the owl, baby. Not the owl. You didn't save it for me. All right. We need the peacock. And what I also learned reading up about peacocks is that the peacock is only the male, right? The women, or the feminine energy, because they actually go off of energy, really, feminine and masculine energy, and you can use this for yourself as well. Because we're also dealing with empowering, commanding, radiance, things like that. So when dealing with the peacock, of course, we all know, or you should know, that the peacock, the one that has the most fabulous feathers and just looking beautiful and outstanding, and also protective and all those things, that is the male, the beautiful thing. That is the male energy, or whatever, the masculine energy, we'll say. And no, they don't have pronouns. I'm sorry. Uh, uh, no offense. Please don't take it. All right. So yeah. So the women, the feminine energy, or peahens or pea chicks. Ain't that crazy? Only we would say something like that. Pea chicks. Forgot it. Let's keep it moving. All right, so peacock animal totem. Now first, I'm gonna get into this because I just felt like I should go ahead on the last day of this peacock moon, dealing with empowering radiance and commanding energy. All right, I figured it would be great for us to just know more about what a peacock means to you and in your life, and the reflections of what it may be bringing about, of the changes and the shifts that we're going through in the world. Now, hey, look, these past few weeks, everybody has been kicking out music. I mean, I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter. Shout out to y'all that do. But I literally like, okay, I'm not even gonna go into what I did. So yeah, anyway, everybody started posting and dropping their singles and their albums. SZA having exorcisms. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody been having exorcisms and shit. Like everything to do with exes now. It's just like it's so wild. But more than anything, it was just the fact that it was so much noise. And of course, it's in the 3D world, it's Sagittarius season. Shout out to the Sagittarius, which I was definitely born under that constellation, along with a few other great signs. But what I'm saying is that it felt like a party. Like literally, the life of the party has entered the building. And of course, with all the other nonsense, a lot of exposure, a lot of things going on in general, in the world. Uh, I mean, if you're on social media, it's like going through a time warp. So shout out to everybody that's no longer on social media, that decided to take their break, okay? And they did it intentionally, because I got friends that are no longer on social media right now, and they honestly, they sometimes they tap in just to laugh at some shit, on TikTok or something, but they really just be like, they like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Some people, they gonna come back because they just recharging their battery and trying to figure out a way to navigate it without being so tapped into it, you know. But whatever way, you gotta find your way. You have to find what works for you. You have to make the time for yourself to get into your rhythm, which is the whole point of this live stream, is finding your rhythm. Get into a new rhythm, all right? You think big, bit. Y'all seen that TikTok? Think big, bit. Okay, I know somebody is like, I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it's gonna be like that a lot. I'm the cover of the book, the first book that I wrote, is literally saying the same thing. I don't know. God is like, hey, me and the Most High, we got a close connection. I'm sitting there like, so you want me to go down there? I mean, I see it. What 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 do you want me to do? Let me think about it. Like my hands are there because it's like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do know. So let me not say that. I'm not even gonna play that game. Just in case somebody want to seep in on some bullshit. So yeah. So anyway, shout out to everybody that know their purpose, and even if you don't know your purpose, you being intentional, and that's all that matters. All right. So let me pipe down, and we're going to get into this peacock symbolism. All right. So let's get into it. After we do this, then I'm going to get into this new moon that we're coming into cosmically, which deals with the rhythmic lizard moon. All right. and we're gonna go from there. So if I'm moving around the mic, it's only because after this recording, I just want to kind of see how it sounds. I've seen some of the best broadcasts on some the recordings and even the podcast recordings like sound crazy. So I'm not even worried about it. The fact that I even got the setup is a-okay. So that's for you too. Like, don't even be worried about how it's coming off. Don't worry about the perfection. Look, you got to do what you got to do and you got to make it happen. All right. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody because coming into 2023, look, it's this. You got to come. All right. Like, you got to come. Like, okay, sorry. Not like y'all so come on, man. Look, all right. Hey, you gotta have a sense of humor if you messing with me. For real. So yeah, shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the replay viewers. Shout out to the people in the future that might be looking at this um in the coming years and just wondering about the documentaries of all the people on earth and what the hell were we doing. All right. What were we doing with our time? Like I seen on Twitter, somebody posted, successfully wasted 11 months. And I'm like, it was a fun, successful, wasted 11 months, but it wasn't wasted. It's never wasted. Like, none of my time is ever wasted. I do everything intentionally, even the things that I realized, damn, why did I make that choice? Like, well, I mean, it was intentional, a little unconscious. I just wanted to be regular. It's a lot of that going on. You want to be regular. You want to, give in to, letting your boundaries down, because somebody putting the pressure on you or some shit like that. But at the end of the day, you have to maintain the boundaries, not for people, but for yourself, because you know who you are and you know how you move. And you know that you may be overgiving or you may be very loving, and you become a little fearful of letting that overflow into other people's lives, right? Because you see what happens, and you see a lot of people aren't to the status of being worthy, and that's what the peacock talks about too. So let's get into it again. Let me get into it. All right, so the peacock symbol, all right, more protection and protectiveness into your life. That's what it brings. So anytime you see a peacock, think of that. And even just like dealing with the evil eye emblem right here, like anytime you see those little eyes on the peacock feathers and things like that, it's a symbol of protection, protectiveness into your life. It's a helpful reminder to stand tall and be proud of who you are and what you've gone through in your life. All right. And I know last time I said I was going to leave a link to the website that I got this information from because I'm a writer and I want to make sure that I reference people's material because I didn't write this. I could have took the time and made something really nice and palatable for you guys, and I still may do that, but who has time nowadays? Like, I'll make the time when I get it. All right. So yeah. So helpful reminder to stand tall and be proud of who you are and what you've gone through in your life. In addition, the peacock totem is an all around good luck talisman and a symbol of renewal. All right. And the transformation to something better. All right. So let me see something. All right. Whew, I had to make sure my mic was on, y'all, because there has been plenty of times where the mic was. All right, so yeah, all right, so a good luck talisman and a symbol of renewal and the transformation into something better. Okay. All right. Now let me pause right now because something coming through to me about Kanye, and I know everybody's like, "Oh goddamn, how much more can we take?" Okay. Look, all I'm gonna say is If you've seen the rest of my videos, you know I'm into the cosmos, the cosmic, the galactic signatures, the purpose of people and their energy. So I don't necessarily look at a person anymore for how I think they should operate. I look at their purpose and what it represents and what it's a reminder for me. So Kanye's purpose in this cycle, I'm not even gonna talk about his original, what he incarnated as, in this cycle of his birth, in this year of his birth, deals with the warrior. Okay. And so we just came out of the warrior way spell, and he was raising hell. Not necessarily raising hell, but he was creating the momentum that people need to stand up for themselves and to go ahead and break through. All right. But a lot of people didn't catch the rhythm. All right. And that's what this mind shift set right here is about, catching the rhythm. You have to catch the rhythm. For the people who can catch the rhythm, the movement that creates the momentum for change. All right. But a lot of people, they didn't catch it. They were too busy looking at the messenger and judging the messenger and what the media was delayed in putting out, okay, that they did not get the message. And yeah, even if he has some type of agenda or he's on something else, like, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you have to look at a person, you have to look at the energy that they are exuding and not necessarily them. All right. And you got to know their purpose and what they're reflecting to you. So anyway, we're going to get back into the peacock, right? All right. So also, peacocks are aggressively territorial. So the angst you feel could mean your boundaries are being overstepped in some way. All right. So remember that. Like, that's now just a reflection. We're ending. This is the last day for the peacock overtime moon. All right. So think of that as a month. This is the end of a month. All right. Today. And we're going into a new rhythm, the rhythmic moon. All right, and it's dealing with the lizard. We'll get into that after this. But for these past 28 days, if you felt some type of way, you may have had to check your boundaries for yourself. All right? And that's why. So yeah. So don't overstep your own boundaries. Nobody can overstep your boundaries but you. Nobody can do that but you. We allow things to happen. All right? So yeah, that's how that goes. All right. So in some way, bringing more showmanship. We're dealing with the peacock. This moon dealt with empowering, commanding, radiance. Okay. So, how are you able to show yourself? How are you able to feel good about yourself, to be confident in yourself, to really just be proud of what you've come through? Sagittarius, this it's still Sagittarius season, so it's a lot of celebration going on. It feels like the party will never end, and that's why we're gonna calmly shift into Capricorn season, all right, and get a little bit back sturdy because we ascended. We are literally ascending, like just like going to another level or whatnot. So that's why the archer, they gotta take it like, where are we pointing? We're going where? Up. All right, why do you want to go back down? No, we're going up. So you got to prepare yourself for that. And that's what this is about. So anyway, so you have the peacock. So we're bringing more showmanship, celebration, and majesty into your life. All right. Or expanding your social circle so that you have more supportive people around you whose company you enjoy. All right. And that's very true. That's how I feel right now. Exactly. Like, I would rather be to myself than to be anywhere where I don't feel like what I'm doing is being supportive. And it's not that you're looking for that validation. It's just the fact that, like they say, your tribe, your vibe, your vibe, your tribe. Like, you will catch a vibe with the people who resonate with you, and the people who really mess with you, they're gonna come your way, or they're gonna try and figure out a way of like, hey, how can I help you? Or, well, what you're doing is going to help me. So let's make something happen. So yeah. So make sure you're having more supportive people around you whose company you enjoy. Honor the beauty and magic in life. the reflection of a peacock, all right? Flamboyant, eye catching, unbelievably gorgeous, wealth and royalty, that the peacock can also be connected with God as the King of Kings. All right. So these are things, this is how this past 28 days you have had to embody yourself and really come to terms with, like, you know what, I have been through what I've been through and I'm breaking through. And guess what? I'm about to catch a rhythm. I'm making sure that my mind has shifted. I'm taking note, doing what I need to do to be organized, to balance my healing so that I can move on into whatever phase in my life where the Most High or wherever I need to go, because that's exactly what we're doing. And you have to embrace that. In first place, you need to embrace it is with yourself and the things that surround you. You know, your environment, making sure that your home is sacred enough for you to be able to, if you don't do anything else, you can be at home. And even if, and your home is anywhere, like I seen this documentary with this guy in Minnesota, Milwaukee, or somewhere. And literally, like, he walks around. They said he's like Wolverine or something. And he walks around without a shirt on all the time. And he's famous in his town just for that, because he looks like Wolverine. He works out, he walks everywhere, but he literally thinks of his town as the best thing ever. And so when you can really, not only that, but he's in his own world, and that's what I'm pretty much saying. Like, he could give a flip about what's going on the outside world. He's literally created his own thing, and he's the star of the show. So to me, that's a symbol of commanding radiance and empowering yourself, when you can be comfortable with yourself so much that people are trying to figure out, like, what's really going on, or they are just commending you for being your true authentic self. And it's a documentary on YouTube, so y'all can look it up, like Wolverine. I think it was on Vice or something like that. But so anyway, peacocking, right? Flamboyant, eye-catching, and unbelievably gorgeous, wealth, royalty, that the peacock can also be connected to God as King of Kings. All right. Now, to get into a rhythm, I wasn't really gonna go into this whole lizard, this new phase of this new cosmic moon, this new cosmic lizard, rhythmic moon that we're going into. But why not? Because it definitely deals with my favorite thing, which is a flow state, which is catching a rhythm, being organized, having balance. All right. So I'm gonna just get into it a bit, because once I started reading it, I was just like, I'm always blown away by how animals reflect so much of what we go through or what we experience in life. And um, it just gives you all the appreciation that you can have for nature. All right. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in, for you coming through. Appreciate you. All right. So dealing with the lizard as an animal totem. And like I said, y'all always do your own research. Let me go ahead and switch this up. I'm gonna put that up here. Always do your own research. All right, so we're gonna change this. Next time, as I keep doing this, I'm gonna get better and better. So, and I wish the same for y'all too. No flex. All right, so we're gonna get into the lizard animal totem meeting. All right. So this new moon, this cosmic moon, and what I'm talking about is dealing with the law of time. All right. We are no longer supposed to be on mechanical time, that, oh, it's 3 o'clock, I gotta get there. Why do you think you're always running late for things? Why do you think that it feels like you never have enough time? Because we're not supposed to be on it. All right. We are dealing with space and energy. All right. And when we're dealing with time, it's space and energy. Like, what do you have energy to do? Do you have the space to do it in? Time constraints. Why? Why? Because we're dealing with mechanical. Somebody wants us to be rigid. Gotta be there at 10, 2, 9, 12, 8, 11, 8. 10, working 8, 10, all that type of stuff. No, we're in a whole new world. We just went through a whole pandemic where they literally said it's the great reset. But what was really reset? I'm trying to figure it out. What was really reset? Okay, that's all I'm just saying. So yeah, so if we're gonna reset something, then let's reset our minds. Let's really get into a whole shift in our reality. Let's mind shift our reality to the point where whatever they say just doesn't go anymore because we're in a whole new world. We like the Wolverine, man. Like we're literally creating a whole new world and being in that and embodying that and reflecting that so other people can understand that that's what we need to do to empower ourselves. All right. So yeah. So let's get into that lizard animal totem real quick. So the lizard is your animal totem. Um, it reveals your inner world and your stamina. It guides and protects you. But at the same time, it reminds you the importance of going with the flow of life. The lizard totem is the symbol of a fluid mindset that adapts fast in every situation and makes the best of it. You can help people adapt the same mindset that will help them go with the flow, adapt quickly, and detach themselves from situations that don't nourish them. Teaching others these qualities may be related to fulfilling your soul karma. All right, so this is if just in case you've seen some lizards lately or you've seen a lizard on something. I know for me, I'm so, and I'm just speaking for myself because I've been learning, while not learning this, I've been embodying this for a really long time, for the past decade with this information. And now it just happens within my daily moments of seeing these things. And maybe a few days ago, every time we shift into a new moon, I see whatever animal that the moon is going to represent. White dog, white dog. Peacock, it may not be an actual peacock, but it might be on somebody's shirt. It might be a few symbols. Lizard, I seen one running from under the house trying to get in the door. I'm like, wait, hold on, hold on. And then I realized today while I was doing this, like, damn lizards. Okay, so it's just little things like that once you start seeing the signs, symbols, and things around you, you start to see the synchronicities, and that's when you step out of time and you're able to start creating your reality and shifting things based off of your mind, based off of your energy and what your intention is in the world. All right. What side is my hair on? All right, I'm not gonna be here long for talking, y'all, because I'm not the type of person that like to stay up and be tired. Like I really like getting my rest, and I hope you do too. So we're gonna go through this, and then I want to give you the clear updates on what we should be looking forward to coming into 2023, and that's gonna be quick. All right, so the lizard deals with detachment because obviously they can get something chopped off and still be regenerating parts of their body, right? So detachment, ego driven, adaptability, going with the flow, quickness, fast recovery, regeneration, good reflexology. You live your life in a higher vibration than most. This is the reflection of a lizard, and for your life. You live your life in a higher vibration than most. While others are focused on the physical plane and holding on to things they have, you tend to go with the flow and detach yourself from the situations that do not serve you anymore. These qualities help you attract more meaningful connections and energies in your life. All right. Then there's a clear message that the lizard sends as well. Okay. Heal the past and start living in the present. A lot of us live in the past. A lot of us keep going over the same things in our mind. What if this would have worked out? What if this? What if? And sometimes you have to do that in order to heal the past. You got to go back, and really see those moments and project them on your little screen at your house, like you at a movie, and write it out and be like, oh, okay, I see where I did this, or be straight up with yourself and say, dang, yeah, I messed up. I really messed that up. There's different things, but I'm gonna read this verbatim and stop freestyling. So it says, heal the past and start living in the present. What you have done in the past or the hurt that you have experienced is still lingering onto you today and holding you back from achieving anything. You have to behave like the lizard, cut the cords, heal, and grow stronger. If you were to go back to a situation in the past, you wouldn't fit in anymore. So there is no reason for you to keep going back emotionally. You are only hurting yourself to continue to hold on to the past. Be brave enough to cast the memories away and live in the present. All right. So now, of course, this still goes toward traumatic experiences as well, unfortunately and fortunately, because we do have the power to start over. We do have the power to really, like I said, heal the past, really see those experiences and say, hey, you know what? I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to move forward. I have to. You have to live for something. And you can take your time. You can take as much time as you want to. But when you get that call, when you start realizing that, hey, I got to make a move, when things start shifting in your life and you're not shifting with them, you will feel stagnant. You will feel like you're settling. You will feel like you're like there's nothing, you start feeling anxious and angst and feeling like you got to catch up, and that's not what you want to do. You want to create a new rhythm. You want to be able to take time for yourself and say, hey, and this is the perfect time to do it. This is the perfect time to do it, whether you got your shit together or not. If you got your life together, great. If you have millions, great. If you have thousands, great. If you have nothing, great. Start exactly where you are and do what it is that you need to do to set the new rhythm in your life for the changes that you want to see. And my biggest thing right now is we see the system, we see how everything is set up. So, what can you do to empower yourself to say, you know what? I want to make a small change, because a small change can be the biggest thing that ever happens in anyone's life. I want to start with a small change, and I'm going to consistently make sure that I honor myself by doing this small change as much as possible until it becomes something that shows for itself what those changes created in my life. Period. All right. So, and I'm only saying this because this is what I'm doing. I can only reflect to you what I'm doing and what I'm intentionally making sure that I'm able to speak on, because every day is different and you got to flow the way you need to make the changes accordingly, but stick to your plan. Don't ever veer off your plan. Even if you do, you have a plan. It's different if you don't have a map. Okay? If you have a map, you can get lost, whip your map out and be like, oh, I'm all the way over here. I'm supposed to be over there. Like, you can make those changes, and it might take you a little longer to get back over there because you was in the wilderness, you were in the darkness, you couldn't see, you just navigating, going with, following somebody else. All right. That's why you got to trust yourself and trust your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. So, anyway, all right. So, all right, we are 33 in. So, let me go ahead and get into just a slight overview of what this cosmic energy has been doing for us and where we're going to be headed in a few. And this is just like, this was kind of intuitive. It's not time to channel. It's going to be a lot of that in 2023. But for right now, this is just something I put together just off of, like, while I'm drawing things out and mapping and planning my own whatever I have going on. I'm just bringing it to you, so I'm imparting this same thing to you, and I hope y'all appreciate it in some type of way. And if you can't use it, or if you don't feel like it's for you, then hey, you can't never say you didn't hear it. So, All right, so July 26, 2020. This is 2022. 2021. Okay. I wrote it down. All right. So July 26, 2021 was the cosmically was the yellow electric seed 224. Okay. I activate in order to, let's see, see. Let's see, it's getting late. I can't even remember stuff. Don't judge me, y'all. I know somebody like, how we gonna judge you? We don't even know what you're talking about. Hold up. Okay, 2021, 22, 2021. Target, seed, awareness, target, flowering. Okay, got you. Okay. So, yeah, so 2021, July 26th, began a new cosmic cycle, which was the yellow electric seed I activate in order to target. All right. Keywords: yellow electric seed. Okay. So, what came to me was just showing how from July 26, 2021 to July 26, 2022 were seeds that were planted. All right. Seeds that we were intentionally planting, or as I heard today, fertilizing, or, you know, preparing. You know, you might have felt like 2021 was dirt shit. Like you probably was like, or some people had the best time of their life. Like everybody's experiences, of course, we know are different because we're all in different cycles of our life. But the main point is it was a yellow electric seed. What is a seed? Okay. It deals with growth, period. All right. A seed is planted. Okay. How does a seed grow? It plants and then it comes to the day of light, like it, oh, you know. So it goes from darkness to light. All right. So, and it needs to be nurtured. Okay. All the steps of a seed is what we went through from July 26th to 2021. I mean, 2021 from to July 26, 2022. All right. So, those seeds that we planted during that time will be harvested from now until 2024, i.e., for example, that's why it's called the yellow electric seed 224. Okay. But in the cosmic cycles, we're already in the future higher timelines. So that's why, like, when people talk to me, I really be in a whole nother space because, and so I really be having to come back here and literally like be practical and be grounded so that I can even bring the things that I need to do out because I'm already gone. I'm already there. I've already seen certain things. But now is the time to be more present than any time in the world, right? Anytime ever. Because that's why we're here. We're not here to be so far in the distant future. We're not here to just be all in the dreams or whatnot. When it's time to go, when it's time to raise your vibration so high that you are out of here, then that's what it will be. But for right now, we have to enjoy being here and fulfill our purpose. All right. And the promise that was given to us for why we came. I'm telling y'all, when I created this cover for my first book, I mean, what does this look like to you? Like I literally got it from a dream. Like I literally was in the dream out, I'm looking out and I'm like, immediately I wake up and I'm like, that's the cover for the book. And I wrote this same book in like a day. And then I had to re-edit it over again because I was I was helping someone like kind of put on their information, and then that kind of switched up, and I realized, you know what? This is supposed to be my book. All right, so cool. And that's how we got leading while learning. All right, intentions. So yeah, so shout out to, and it's no shame in even the person who that was. Like his name is Terrence. He has a great initiative, Get Rich and Grow Wealth. All right, in block management. So yeah, so um, let me pull this back up. So yeah, so 2024, y'all. From now to 2024, everything that you planted, and this is dealing with even the things in your mind. So that's why you have to be careful about what you're looking at, who you're talking to, who you're taking information from, what you're eating, what you're planting in your cells within your body, what you are doing. Because at the end of the day, what are you planting? What kind of seeds are you about to harvest? What did you fertilize? Okay, what kind of fertilizer did you use? What kind of soil? Okay, and if you don't, and to me, there's always a time for planting, harvesting, the whole cycle of what a seed and what growth means. Like there's always a cycle for that. Okay, I don't know if y'all heard that, but that led, that was confirmation. That's all the confirmation I need. It's takeoff time. All right. So yeah, so all the way up to 2024, everything that we planted from 2021 to 2022 of July 26th, take heed of what comes about in your life. What did you ask for? You know, what did you wish for? You know, we be in situations and we be like, man, I wish, man, I just, you know. So we got to be intentional with these things. And again, our plasma, our cells, okay, they speak to us. We speak to them every single moment of the day. When you're looking at a TV, you're looking at your plasma TV, right? But you don't even pay the plasma in your body that much attention. But yet you have something speaking directly to it every single day that you look at the plasma on your TV. So I'm not saying that you can't look at TV. What I'm saying is just be careful about what you're taking in and make sure that before you let something speak to you, you speak to it. Okay? Before you let something speak and direct and tell you what to do, you plant those seeds within yourself first. Telomeres. All right? Telomere. Look it up. Telomeres. Okay? Shout out to Dr. Jewel. I went through her program. What was this? 2017, something like that. And that's what brought me back around to um, the law of time and everything because I had already knew about it in 2012. All this information. So yeah. So shout out to Dr. Jewel Pookrum. If you don't know who that is, you need to Google her, go on YouTube, and you will learn everything you need to learn about yourself, starting there. Okay? She is phenomenal, and I appreciate that journey. All right? So, yeah. Um, so everything harvested from now to 2024, and then the healing and dreams that have been envisioned and worked toward from July 26th to 2022, which started a new cycle. It's just like a year, all right? Just like we're about to go into 2023, which it really doesn't feel like that to me. Like it just feels like we just about to keep going. Like, but the same way how January 1st is going to be 2023, the cosmic cycle is all right. When July 26th hit, like really, we're at the 6 month mark, okay, of the cycle that we came into July 26, 2022. So after the yellow seed, we came into the red self existing moon, all right. I define in order to purify, okay, self existing. Have you felt like you just needed to take more time for yourself a little bit? Like do a little bit more for yourself? You needed to kind of flow and like it, or all these different emotions running through you and all those different things. Have you felt like that? Have you just felt like you just been being purified? Or just like, what does the moon do? Okay. And we're water based, right? So, yeah, we're in the red self existing moon right now, 69. That's also a sign of like the Cancer sign in a way. So, yeah, emotional, right? In a way, just a little bit. And nurturing, okay? So, all of these different things come to play, and 69 duality, dealing with duality, all right? So yeah, so all I'm about to say right now is from July 26, 2022, the red self-existing moon 69 until July 26, 2023, we will be in a long lasting and solid. Whatever we do will be long lasting and solidified within our legacy from now until 2069. So if you don't want to play, if you don't want to engage, if you don't want to step up and be on purpose in your life, then, you can fall back, take your time, or you can go ahead and put in the work that you need to put in, shed all of those old skins of yourself, purify yourself. And that's funny because this wave spell that we're getting, wave spells last for 13 days, which are 13 plasmas, okay, in the cosmic cycles. So today is the last day for the Yellow Warrior. Remember, I was talking about Kanye, the Yellow Warrior, right? So today is the last day for that, along with the last day for the Peacock Moon. We're going into the rhythmic lizard moon. Y'all just heard what the lizard is about. All right. So, rhythmic for me is getting into a flow state. When you are so organized that all you got to do is just flow. Taking time for yourself to get organized so you can flow and not have to necessarily think so much, but just go. And you just adjust accordingly as you move, as you do what you need to do. All right. So, like I said, whatever we do between July 26, 2022, red self existing moon 69, until 2023, July 26, will be long lasting and solidified within our legacy from now until 2069. We don't even know if we're going to be here. Do you think we're going to be here? Well, we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. You really don't know. So the thing is, you just got to do what you got to do. We're not here to play anymore. That's the distraction. All these different things, but it's not even a distraction. These things need to come out. All these different things about the vaccines and all these different things about whatever the industries and the turmoil and human trafficking, every single thing needs to come out so that we know what we're dealing with and the work that we need to put in. Because guess what? Some of y'all have children and y'all just gonna leave them here to deal with this mess. Y'all not gonna set up the boundaries and set up the places and spaces that are needed for them to thrive. You know what I mean? Like, but I get it. The everything is so programmed that it's so mechanical on the old time world that you don't have time to really think about those things. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where we are right now. So you have to set yourself up. Okay. Period. And it could be easy for me to say this, but at the same time, we have to put the work in. So that's what it is. All right. So yeah, so think about that. And that's just something to think about. Long-term planning. 2069. Now, how did I figure this out? And this is the next 47 years. All right. I confirmed this because We're in the red self-existent moon right now, 69. July 26, 2024 is going to be the white overtone wizard. I empower in order to enchant. Okay? 174. All right? I just subtracted 69 from 22 and got 47. That's reflections. Straight up. Straight up. So, I mean, I don't know what more to say. All I'm saying is it's long-term planning. You take your time every day and you enjoy every moment and you do what you need to do to make it happen. There's no point of trying to figure out. Just because you make a plan does not mean you have to be rigid in how it comes about. Okay? But you do need to have the discipline and the routine to make sure that you stick to the plan, how you need it to come about. Okay? So that doesn't mean we're not going to have fun with this. That doesn't mean that life is about to be terrible or turmoil. No, what it means is that we're literally living in the one of the best times that we can live in so that we can be who we truly are here to be. All right. So with that being said, I don't think I have too much more to say. I really appreciate every single one of you who was able to tune in to this Mindshift Monday. I think I'm streaming on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. We're getting into a new rhythm. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this video with somebody or anybody if you feel they need it. And feel free to look at it again just to make sure if you just want to go back through some of the things that I spoke on. From there, let me make sure there's nothing else. Yeah, the next things I'm gonna be talking about is just preparation, being prepared, and moving forward, because that's all we can do every single day is just take our time, move forward, get organized, y'all. All right, and unify. Unity is not off the table, okay? Unity is not off the table. Unity is definitely a main thing, but how it happens, you know, don't. All I gotta say is we're looking for the right messenger, and there's never going to be a right messenger. All right. So we're going to hear a lot of messages come from people that are unsuspecting, people that we never would think would be the messenger. Okay. And they might get played on, on the world stage, or they might play themselves because they have vices. All right. But that's the part where you just got to like kind of let things be and just understand the message can come through anyone as long as they are a vessel for change. All right. So yeah, we about to approach an hour. And I mean, it wouldn't be right if I didn't go out with, one of my own songs. So I'm getting some stuff together. All right. And I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Let me go ahead. Let me exit out of this. Let's see if we can play this. If you want to add right for me. All right, we'll play this one. I wasn't thinking about this one, but we can play this one. All this music that I'm gonna put out on these platforms or how I'm putting it out, this is the best time to create an NFT if that's what y'all want to do. Anything dealing with the blockchain, AR, VR, any of that type of stuff. This is a very pioneering energy that we are in. So man, y'all take heed. Oh, hold on. I see. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Okay. Then what do you do if you have been praying for something forever but it has not come true? That's a great question, and I appreciate you for asking that question. And you know what I would say about that is that you really have to come to terms with what are you praying for. It depends on what you're praying for. You know, are you praying for some type of change in your life? And also, what are you doing about it? You know, a lot of times, because we do live in this world and things come to us so quickly that, even just putting food in the microwave or anything for that matter, being on social media, everything comes to us so quickly. We can manifest things quickly. Manifestation is in our DNA. All right. It's in our plasma. That's why people can just like come up with so many different ailments and diseases so quickly because things can reflect in our life easily. But the thing is what is it that you're truly praying for? And have you taken the time to really know if that's the right thing for you? That's one thing. Because I don't know what you're praying for or whatnot. But um, I would just say that you need to ask, is this really the direction I need to be going in? It's been plenty of times where I've had to shift, with ease to say, you know what? No, I need to go in another direction. You might be avoiding the one thing that you're supposed to be doing to make it come true. You know? Sometimes we delay our own selves. Now if it's dealing with a health crisis or you praying for an implant or a transplant or something like that, that's still a whole nother dynamic, you know, and you are also making sure that you have, if you don't have the right support system, you know, then like I said, you have to really understand what are you praying for and how are you asking. Are you really asking, is this what I need? Maybe you need to switch the prayer up and say, hey, if it's not this, then exactly what you want for me or better. Because sometimes we could be blocking ourselves because God, like, hey, look, I want to give you everything. But first, I don't even have a way to get it to you. Because this, like, when people asking for money, you could be asking for money and you listen to people say, oh, I manifested this, that, and the other. And that's a very tricky territory because it's become so trendy. But for the most part, when you're praying for something, you really got to be intentional with okay, if it's not what I want, if what I want is not what you want, then I give you leeway to show me what you want. I want what you want or better. And it turns every single time it gets better. I'm telling you. And it can't be a person either. You can't be praying for people. I mean, you can pray for people, but don't pray for us like a person. Or if you're praying for a certain job, are you like what? It depends on what it is, but you gotta give leeway so that energy can flow. If you're blocking the way by looking forward and looking at it, and you're not even able to put in the work that you need to do to get there, then it's not going to happen. Like you're blocking the way. And that's just being honest. And I'm only saying that because I had to learn how to pray in a way where my conversation with the Most High was almost as though I was talking to myself. Okay? And you have to nurture that connection to the point where it's like, hey, look, and like I said, if it's something, because people be praying for some things that just like you don't even have to pray for that. You really could just like get up and go, go do something about it. It's some things that are easy fixes, but if it's dealing with health, that certain things can be prevented. But if that's not where you at right now, then okay, what can I do right now? Like it's very unfortunate when it comes down to health. Okay, and I've seen that happen with a childhood friend I grew up with. You know, it's like you and a lot of different people in general in my surroundings where health gets so detrimental, and my cousin, even to the point where it's just like you don't know what to say anymore, because it's like, what were the preventative measures? What could we have done? You know, and so anything can happen. We can go out here right now and get hit by anything. Anything can happen. Anything. All I'm saying is when you're praying, make sure that you are clear, not with your ego, not with um not with what you think it should be, but what it needs to be. Okay? Don't let it be what you think it should be. Let it be what it needs to be or better. All right? So I hope that helps. Um, and I do appreciate you for tuning in. And yeah, review this video. There might be a message. There might be something else back in there for you. Again, I know it's long, but I look at these as lessons, as programs. So we're going to keep it rolling. It's Mindshift Monday. Something's got to give. All right. And the fact that you were able to tune in, the fact that I was able to see your question means that a change is definitely about to occur in your life. All right. So, with that being said, again, just be clear with your intentions, but at the same time, clear the way, move some things around. And when you say your prayers today, if it's not what I think it should be, then dear God, show me what it is. And if it's better than what I want, then bring it on. But show me what I also need to do to prepare for this. And if you feel like you've already laid the way, you already prepared, you already got everything on the roll, then hey, it must be something major that you just gotta keep preparing for. Preparation means being ready at all times, so when it happens, you can go. All right, so that's all I got to say right now. Again, I appreciate everybody that was able to tune in. And y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this video if you need to, rewatch it. I'll be back next Monday. And I'm on Instagram. I am a Jones _ just. Um, Twitter. And we'll go from there. All right. So appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. And have a great evening. And feel good about yourself because you've made it this far. All right. I'm out.